Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of My Dog Ate My Podcast. I'm your host, Emily, and every week I chat with a different dog owner about their dog. This week is a little special because I will actually be chatting with my partner, Nick, about my dog, Pendleton. Pendleton is a 7-year-old Great Dane that I've had for about 6 years, and he is a big, lovable goof, and I'm excited to share a little bit about him. So Pendleton is 7, and I've had him since I think he was almost a year old. So had him for about 6 years. So yeah, 2019 before COVID, after moving into a house. One really interesting thing is that as he's gotten older, his nose has gotten darker because he had a little like pink cow spotted nose, and I'll have to post a picture. But when he was younger, he had a little pink spotty nose, and now it's all dark. But his name, I wish I could take credit for it because his previous owner named him Pendleton. And I know there's the Pendleton wool mills right in Oregon, but there's also a town called Pendleton.
Yeah, like in the far east of Oregon.
Does it have anything to do with the wool mills?
Actually,
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'd probably look it up pretty quickly, but I never bothered looking into it too much.
Yeah, I love the name Pendleton, and I was worried at first that it would result in having some really weird nicknames, and honestly it has, but I don't mind because what we call him Pendleton, we call him P, call him Pen Pen, call him Pee Pee, call him Pendleton. My brother calls him Demon Eyes because he has the like icy blue White Walker eyes. And then I think my brother has also called him Deli Meat Face because of his big jowls.
Big gels, yeah.
So, your Deli Meat Face, yeah. I don't know. Do you have any nicknames for him? You just call him Pendleton.
I just call him Pendleton for the most part.
Yeah, you big guy.
He's very sweet. He still thinks I'm 6'3", and he still thinks he's a puppy, so he'll jump up and try to wrestle and play, and I have to basically football body check him half the time because he's way too damn big, especially when he's standing up. He'll be like 7 feet tall like when he's standing up, so yeah, I have to like shoulder check him, body check him just to not knock me over, so I don't know how you do it.
I've been knocked over so many times by him. And sometimes he gets in a mood where he really wants to jump on my back, which hurts. But he's gotten a lot better. I feel like he's gotten better at respecting me and my space. And usually, what I'll do is I'll like block him with my arms, and then he knows, like, okay, this is not okay. But yeah, definitely jumping on guests is still a thing. Like when our friend Ryan came over and he had the glass of what whiskey or wine or something in his hands, and Pendleton just ran up and just bulldozed him over, and surprisingly the glass didn't break. But Ryan thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think one of the interesting things about Pendleton is despite his size, he's probably the most scared of thunder and lightning. A river might be up there too.
Yeah, no, they're both like any outdoor sounds, like any bangs or anything like that. Like they'll just come sprinting over, running in, wanting attention.
Like, remember the last time we had the thunder rolling, and then as soon as like the thunder rumbled, we heard this huge like pow at the door, and it's Pendleton at the deck door trying to come in because he's like, "Oh, I didn't like that. That was really scary." But he's such a sweet boy. What do you think that Pendleton's theme song would be? Because I have an idea in my head.
It has to be something derpy, something quirky or derpy, like maybe like Monty Python era esque. I don't know what it would be, but kind of in that same vibe.
That's actually not what I had in mind.
What did you think?
I was thinking of Somebody's Watching Me. Like sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me.
Oh yeah, because he'll just sit and stare inside the
Yeah.
house.
He will just be outside and stare at you inside.
But I mean, that's not his person. I mean, like, yeah, he'll just stare inside, but that's not his personality. So I feel like that's
Mm,
just like a trait, but that doesn't really define him because he's
that's
a
true.
nerdy, quirky, 7 foot tall lump.
Oh, Nick called you a lump. I'm sorry. You're just a big lump.
He's a good lump.
He's a good lump. Was there anything about Pendleton that surprised you when you met him?
Maybe just how playful he was.
Yeah, he's such a playful boy, and he's just so stubborn, though. Like the
He'll
fact
just
that,
run away and play keep away the entire time.
yeah, the fact that I have to trick him to come inside at night, or I just give up and let him sleep outside, which is crazy because it can be pouring rain. It could probably even be snowing. It's been hailing before, and he will refuse to come inside for bed. And I just have to let him sometimes, or I have to go down to the bottom of the deck stairs, throw a treat up the stairs, pretend to leave, wait for him to go up the stairs to get the treat, and then come back into the backyard and take him so I could put him away.
Or you just use me every once in a while. Like rarely he'll actually like follow me, but we can only use it a handful of times because otherwise he'll catch on and get smart because he's
He's
already
just way too smart.
yeah, he's already caught on to a bunch of the tricks before. So
It used to be tossing a treat out and then grabbing him. It used to be getting him to sit and just getting all the dogs outside saying, sit, give them a treat, sit, give them a treat. And then, yeah, I know. And then having him sit and giving him a treat. But then he got wise to that too. And then it used to be throwing treats on the top deck, waiting for him to come up to the top deck. But he won't do that anymore. So that's why it has to be like throw things up the stairs, which is absolutely ridiculous. But like my mom said, he won't do anything that he's uncomfortable with.
yeah,
I just think he might be part husky.
yeah. I mean, like he can run so fast too. Like he has such long legs that we'll never catch him. I think a couple times like, hey, let's go catch Pendleton. Like I was like, we're not gonna do that. Like
We
it's
need
not.
a lasso.
Yeah, there's a few times I'm like, this is a futile attempt. I let's not even bother because he's so fast.
I know.
If he doesn't
Oh,
want to be caught, he's not gonna be caught.
I've also tried laying in the hammock and waiting for him to check on me. And he did that at first, and then I'd jump out of the hammock and grab him. But then he figured that out. And so he would rather stand in the rain than let me catch him sometimes.
Mhm.
And he's just so content on the giant black bed that we have downstairs that he just wants to lay there even if it's freezing cold outside. I definitely think it's a case like where the neighbors call the police on like a husky saying that the owners left their husky out in the snow. I'm surprised it hasn't happened to Pendleton yet, where it's like the Great Dane is just outside in the cold. And
He has the deck to cover him and everything, so he's like not like in the elements.
yeah, he's not in the elements, but he doesn't have long fur. He's definitely not a snow dog by any means,
Yeah,
or a rain dog. At least last night I made him wear his coat, and I think that helped make it a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, he just loves being outside and loves doing his own thing. I think he would make a great farm dog. Well, no. He would make a terrible farm dog in that I don't think he'd do any work.
yeah. Be a good defender at least.
Yeah, I think he would be a good livestock guardian dog, maybe. Enough to like maybe spook coyotes or predators. He's just such a big love bug. Well, minus the baby bunnies and the rats. He's actually a surprisingly good hunting dog.
I'll let you get into that story.
But yeah, I think Pendleton's a surprisingly good hunting dog, but only for things that are already compromised, like baby bunnies that don't even have their eyes open. That was an adventure because he found them nesting in our yard and just started popping them like popcorn chicken. And I yelled so loud that the neighbor, Logan's foster mom, who I interviewed last week, across the street and two doors down, texted me like, is everything okay? I'm like, no, Pendleton's eating baby bunnies. Yeah, I know you love them, and I hate that. So I mean, the baby bunnies have no defenses against him. And then the rat, I think, was just probably dumb. The gigantic rat that he grabbed, and at least he let go of it right away. But it does seem like he's only a good hunting dog for things that are already kind of compromised. I I've never seen him catch an adult bunny, a squirrel, or anything like that because I don't think he can turn fast enough.
Yeah,
Um, and for that reason too, like he can't catch Mocha or any of the Frenchies because they can turn a bit faster than he can.
yeah. I mean, he's such a long, big dog that and has so much momentum. It'd be hard for him to do anything nimble.
But it's like one time when one of the chickens got out, it was like the chicken running and then Mocha running, and then Pendleton running, and then me running. Luckily, the chicken, can go every which way. Mocha can kind of follow, and then Pendleton just sort of overshoots it and then has to turn around and then overshoots it again. And he's not super agile, but he's fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of any particularly like standout adventures that Pendleton has had, but it's mostly just him just being way too big for his own size and scaring other dogs.
Or that, or if you want to explain like how he can fit inside your car.
Yeah, Pendleton can fit inside the Chevy Bolt EV, which I think is really
It's
helpful.
very tiny. It's a very tiny car.
It's very small, but when I adopted Pendleton, I mean, he was already almost full grown at 11 or so months. And he was in a sedan. I don't remember what kind of sedan it was, maybe like a Toyota Camry or something, but he was able to fit in that car. So I know he can fit. He just sort of puts his front paws on the ground and then his back paws are just kind of up like he's sitting like a person, and that works really well for him. So he's good at like folding in the small spaces. I used to have two separate beds for the Danes, and he and Rue would rather share the same bed and just be really snuggled up with each other than be on two separate beds.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
he does the Dane fold a lot. Oh, buddy. Oh, Bubba's. That's another nickname, is Bubba's. I think that one of the last things that we could talk about Pendleton is probably his dynamic with Rue, because he absolutely adores Rue, but it's really funny when he plays with her because they're just two Great Danes. They play like the end of the first Jurassic World, where it's like the giant T Rex, like the OG T Rex, and like that
Mm,
other like weird hybrid dinosaur that are just clashing over Jurassic World. And it's
yeah.
just these two kind of awkward monsters, just like, whoa, but like not moving particularly quickly. It almost looks like they're like wrestling in slow motion, and that's what it feels like. But sometimes when Rue wants to go inside and Pendleton doesn't want her to go inside, he will go and just tackle her and leave. And then she'll go chase him, and he's like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. So he's really good at getting the other dogs to do what he wants.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to go inside without me, so I'm gonna tackle you, like tag you're it, and then go away. You're gonna mess up the mic, buddy. Or when he sits at the top of the stairs and just observes, but then by extension, he's also blocking all the other dogs either from going down the deck stairs or coming up the deck stairs. So he's a good gatekeeper for
Yeah.
all of the dogs, but I don't know if that's intentional or not.
I think it's mainly due to his big
His
awkward
size.
size. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really thought that I'd have a Great Dane or a dog this big, but he is such a good boy, even if he
Yeah.
does scare and startle other dogs and other people. Well, I think that we can call it there. Thank you for helping me interview myself about Pendleton.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget that you can subscribe and listen to My Dog Ate My Podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. We will be taking a short break in December, but we will still have episodes coming out weekly through the end of November, and we will come back in January. Thanks, and see you next week.